हेलो एंड वेलकम टू दिस वुमेन्स डे स्पेशल एडिशन जहां हम बात करते हैं फाइनेंशियल इंडिपेंडेंस की और इन्वेस्टमेंट विजडम की। और आज जो मेहमान हमारे साथ जुड़ रही है आप उनको अच्छे से जानते हैं, बहुत ही ख़ास मेहमान है हमारी। थोड़ा सा मैं उनका बैकग्राउंड आपको बता दूं। वो आईआईटी कानपुर की ग्रेजुएट है और मास्टर्स इन फाइनेंशियल इंजीनियरिंग एंड फ्रॉम वर्ल्ड क्वांट यूनिवर्सिटी से। क्वांटिटेटिव रिसर्च में काफ़ी उनका इंटरेस्ट है, क्वांटिटेटिव रिसर्च इन फाइनेंस एंड ट्रेडिंग में शी लव्स इट। तो उनसे जानने की कोशिश करेंगे क्वांटिटेटिव रिसर्च होता क्या है और इस बाज़ार में कैसे काम करता है। तो हमारी बहुत ही खास मेहमान मिस सोनम श्रीवास्तवा, शी इज़ स्मॉल केस मैनेजर एंड फाउंडर ऑफ राइट रिसर्च। सोनम जी, आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है इस कार्यक्रम में। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर टेकिंग आउट टाइम।
Thank you for having me, Geetu, and thank you for the kind introduction.
यू ऑलवेज वेलकम, माई प्लेजर। सोनम, पहले हम आपके जर्नी की बात करते हैं क्योंकि हम उस सेगमेंट में या वर्टिकल में काम करते हैं जहाँ पे मेल डोमिनेंस जो है वो काफ़ी हद तक रही है, लेकिन अब कुछ सालों में महिलाएं भी फाइनेंशियल सेक्टर से जुड़े यानी कि स्टॉक मार्केट से जुड़े सेक्टर्स में अब अपना प्रवेश कर रही हैं। सो दे आर मेकिंग करियर इन फाइनेंशियल क्वांटिटेटिव finance and trading and stock markets. So tell us something about yourself. How did you start? What led you to join stock markets? आपका पैशन क्या था और क्या आप अपने पैशन से जुड़े हुए काम में ही लगे?
Bilkul. So Geetu, my background is very unique, I think, but I think now many people have similar backgrounds in the market. But in 2010, I did engineering, right? I went to IIT,
Okay.
did engineering, and so even in engineering college, Geetu, we had the 5% women in my whole college.
Okay.
Right. So I'm
Okay.
used to that, I think. But yeah, I think in engineering, I was very interested into working with data and numbers, data analysis, data science sort of
Okay.
work. So after coming out of college, I initially worked with Reliance in their chemical engineering plant, but I thought
Okay.
my interest was more in data, and I switched over. I tried software for a bit. I again realized that my interest was in data. And then when when I got an opportunity here in Bombay with this company called Forefront Management, right, which was started by Radhika
Okay.
Gupta, the famous Radhika Gupta of Edelweiss, right?
हाँ 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 हाँ
So वहाँ पे when I got an opportunity to work with this, it really clicked for me that, I like to work with data. Finance is full of data. Plus, if you do something interesting, you get an immediate feedback. So I get to work with algos and statistics
हम्म।
data only all my life. And obviously, it was so I don't know anything apart from quantitative investing in finance, right? So I cannot, we don't do bottom up stock analysis and stuff like that. We do quantitative analysis, and that is
Okay.
what I've been doing, and I think there's a huge potential for it. See, uh, like we all know, financial market is full of data, most data intensive.
जी।
And yeah, I think in this market, you can identify great patterns and great investing opportunities with the help of data science, and that is what we like to do.
जैसे आपने कहा कि आपने क्वांटिटेटिव टेक्निक्स का इस्तेमाल करके मार्केट में बहुत अच्छे रिटर्न्स भी दिलवाए हैं निवेशकों को। यू आर पोर्टफोलियो मैनेजमेंट भी आप करती हैं और अगर आपका ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड देखा जाए तो काफ़ी अच्छा रहा है। लेकिन जब एक बुल मार्केट होता है तो क्वांटिटेटिव रिसर्च में आपने अच्छा किया, लेकिन अब जो मार्केट है जहाँ पे उठापटक देखने को मिल रही है और ज़्यादा तो पिटाई ही हो रही है, तो ऐसे में आपके जो टूल्स है वो कैसे काम करते हैं? क्या आपको अपनी सोच बदलनी होती है या the way of analyzing the markets changes in bear, not a bear market, but at times we have deep corrections?
I think, see, everybody will have to change their pattern right now, right? What we want to do ideally is that our system itself should adapt, right? Our system should
Okay.
know
Hmm.
what to do and how to shift allocation and reduce risk in the correction. Obviously,
Hmm.
this time, Gitu, I think it was a mix of factors, right? We were expecting slowdown in the economy, we were expecting correction.
Hmm.
Sorry. But I think quite a few things came together, right? So in our
Okay.
strategy, we had allocation to defensive stocks, but
Hmm.
we were holding small and mid caps, and at one point in time, that had a
Hmm.
meltdown, which is when we had to exit and sort of move to slightly larger stocks.
Mm-hmm.
So our system adapts to these things, but yeah, I think when such scenarios come, you actually go back to the drawing board and see, maybe I can add more economic data to my model. What other factors I can look at which can reduce the risk.
Very true, because every time you learn from the markets, और सबसे अच्छा मास्टर जो है हमारा मार्केट्स ही है. अगर आप ऑन द जॉब जैसे बोलते हैं ना, वहीं पे सीखते हैं आप एक बंद कमरे में नहीं सीख सकते. जब आप मार्केट्स में जाएंगे, निवेश करेंगे, अपने टेक्निक्स लगाएंगे, तो वहीं पे आपको लर्निंग प्रोसेस जो है वो कभी खत्म नहीं होता. आप इट्स एंटायर लाइफ यू हैव टू लर्न न्यू थिंग्स, एंड दैट इज व्हाट एवरीबॉडी ऑफ अस इज डूइंग. सोनम, यहाँ पे बात करते हैं हम मैनेजिंग इन्वेस्टमेंट्स की. ये माना जाता है कि महिलाएं जो हैं वो बजट तो अपने घर का काफ़ी अच्छे से चला लेती हैं, लेकिन जहाँ पे फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग की बात आती है, फाइनेंशियल इंडिपेंडेंस की बात आती है, इन्वेस्टमेंट्स की बात आती है, तो वहाँ वो हाथ पीछे कर देती है और बोलती है कि जितना भी मेरा पैसा है, इवन इफ शी इज़ वर्किंग, शी इज़ इंडिपेंडेंट, बट शी सेज दैट जितनी भी मेरी सेविंग है या सरप्लस मनी है, माई हस्बैंड और माई फादर और माई मदर, not mother, father would manage these funds for me. ये सिनेरियो जो है ये बदलता देख रही हैं आप, क्योंकि अब जो है मार्केट में ज्यादातर महिलाएं ही आ रही हैं निवेश के लिए आगे.
I mean, we get a few women who are actually, who are the decision makers in their family की तो. But मतलब अगर हम अपने यूजर सेट का डेटा देखें, जैसे हमारे पीएमएस में 500-600 इन्वेस्टर हैं, स्मॉल केस में बहुत सारे इन्वेस्टर हैं, बट हमको
हम्म.
अभी भी दिखता है गीतू कि लेस देन 5% आर एक्चुअल विमेन, राइट, जो डिसीजन मेकिंग
ओके.
खुद से कर रहे हैं, है ना. I and whenever I meet such women, I'm very excited. We recently got a lady who runs a business in Gujarat and who takes all the financial decision for herself and her husband. Similarly, we have seen
हम्म.
that for various industries, but I think this pattern, Gitu, has to change, right? Women have to be their own decision makers, because what you will see ki women typically tend to be more risk averse, right?
राइट.
And they end up being smarter investors in the longer term, right?
हम्म.
So
हम्म.
yeah, I think we still see, disproportionately male uh, audience, uh, but
हम्म.
but I think women have to come in and take control of their finances, right?
सोनम, आपके पास बहुत सारे क्लाइंट्स हैं, जैसे कि आपने कहा कि आप एक महिला जो गुजरात से हैं वो अभी आपकी क्लाइंट है, और क्लाइंट में आपके विमेन भी होंगे और मेन भी होंगे.
Mhm.
फर्क क्या है? हाउ डू वुमेन अप्रोच मार्केट्स एंड हाउ डू मेन अप्रोच मार्केट्स? इज दैट दे अप्रोच द मार्केट्स इन द सेम वे, बट यस, the way of really investing is different. Is there any difference between the approach of a woman and a man towards stock market?
See, it totally depends. I think if you're looking at a new investor, right, a new investor, be it female or be it male, right, uh,
Mm-hmm.
typically have limited understanding. तो उनको कुछ डर रहेगा कि क्या हो जाएगा पैसे के साथ, और women will typically be थोड़ा सा extra risk averse is what I am seeing when they are new, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, when if you're looking at a mature investor, Gitu, जो पहले से invest कर रहे हैं, who understand the market, who have bought mutual funds, who are okay with whatever risk and rewards come with the market, I see
Mm-hmm.
that I think women are very, very diligent in trying to understand what this is doing. They will try to look at everything in detail, and I think I really appreciate that, right? That is something that I've seen, that the women who sort of come, who are little mature, they tend to be very, very meticulous about what they are looking for.
सोनम, आपकी सलाह क्या होगी उन औरतों के लिए, उन महिलाओं के लिए जो स्टॉक मार्केट में अपना करियर बनाना चाहती हो, जो अभी अभी फ्रेश ग्रेजुएशन करके निकली हो या पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन करके निकली हो, एंड दे रियली वांट टू बिल्ड करियर इन स्टॉक मार्केट्स, तो आप उन्हें क्या एडवाइस देंगे? हाउ टू अप्रोच एंड मेक सक्सेसफुल करियर इन फाइनेंस?
I think stock market is a great place to work, especially for a woman. ये तो मैंने ईडलवाइस ज्वाइन किया था, तब मैं पूरे ट्रेडिंग फ्लोर, गीतू हाउ इट इज, राइट, पीपल आर
यस, यस.
शॉपिंग, डूइंग ऑल दैट. आई वाज लाइक लिटरली द ओनली गर्ल ऑन दैट फ्लोर, एंड इनिशियली मुझे डर लगता था कि भाई इतना चिल्लाते हैं ये लोग, ये क्या हो रहा है. And then I
Mm-hmm.
got used to it. People would, I used to stand there in the trading floor and I was extremely comfortable, right? I think
Mm-hmm.
uh, women have a certain fear about, investing in stock market. They think you kuch risk hota hai or it might not be suitable for my temperament. I think that is not the case. Once you understand it and you stick
Mm-hmm.
around, I think
Mm-hmm.
women can do great sort of job in the market in different areas of the market, and that is what I have seen that in different parts of the industry, you see some very amazing women who are doing great
Right.
work, right? And we actually need more women. We need smarter people. So
Mm-hmm.
I think you know, young women should definitely be persistent with what they're doing. And I think, a career in the markets tends to reward if you're doing a good job, right? If I don't manage a
True.
portfolio well, then I'm not rewarded. So if you are good at your
Mm-hmm.
job, then, if you are a male or a female, you will get that reward, right? So I think, um,
Correct.
yeah.
चलिए अब मार्केट्स की बात करते हैं तो मुझे ये बताइए कि जो बिकवाली अब मार्केट्स में देख रहे हैं वो कहीं थमती दिखती है, लगता है आपको कहीं ना कहीं बॉटम बन जाना चाहिए अब, बिकॉज
Mm.
टेक्निकल अगर हम पार्लांस में बात करें तो इट्स ओवरसोल्ड, द बॉटम इज नियर, दैट इज व्हाट वी हैव बीन हियरिंग फॉर सो लॉन्ग नाउ, बट अब 5 महीने से लगातार एफआईआईज की बिकवाली, ट्रम्प जी के टेंट्रम्स, एंड देन यू हैव your own domestic issues like slowing growth, less of private investment coming in. Um, so, how do you see the markets from here, Sonam?
Gitu, it is one thing is sure that it's extremely uncertain, right? What is going to happen, right? So nobody can tell you tomorrow कि क्या होगा, है ना? Donald Trump, what will he do tomorrow? What new tweet or announcement is
Nobody
coming?
knows.
Nobody knows.
Mhm.
रात में कुछ और आ जाता है, सुबह कुछ और आ जाता है. Like yesterday we saw कि ताइवान में कुछ तो इन्वेस्टमेंट कर रहे हैं, आज सुबह टैरिफ लगा दिए, right?
जी.
So it is a little bit uncertain. So I will say कि it is time to be cautious, right? It is don't buy in कि हमने भी कई बार सोचा कि भाई this is the bottom, this is over corrected, this is oversold, but the
Mhm.
market keeps on breaking the levels. I think see I don't expect कि there should be deeper and deeper corrections going on, but I think it will be volatile for some time, right? जो गीतू आई
Okay.
थिंक 2018 के मार्केट में इफ यू रिमेम्बर
Mhm.
2000 जब जब डोनाल्ड ट्रम्प ने ट्रेड वॉर चालू किया था 18-19 में, तब भी ऐसी ही वॉलेटिलिटी आई थी जहाँ पे आपको
True.
दिखता था हाई बीटा स्मॉल एंड मिड कैप में करेक्शन चल रहा था, बट लार्ज कैप तब भी स्टेबल थे. तो इस टाइम के
Right.
मार्केट पे मुझे लगता है कि हमको कॉशियस हो जाना चाहिए, क्योंकि
Mhm.
देर इज अ लॉट ऑफ अनसर्टेनिटी विच इज आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल फ्रॉम इवन
Mhm.
फ्रॉम द इंडियन पॉलिसी मेकर्स, राइट? In a sense.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
it's time to be cautious. Go to larger stocks, high quality stocks. Maybe hold some cash and selectively buy when the market shows you strong signs, right?
So, एसेट एलोकेशन में क्या कुछ बदलाव करेंगे आप, क्योंकि वुड यू वांट टू बी प्योरली इनटू इक्विटीज ओनली, और या फिर आप गोल्ड, सिल्वर, बॉन्ड्स, इसका एक मिक्सचर बना के यू वुड गो फॉरवर्ड?
I think we are sitting on some cash. We are sitting on some gold allocation also. Uh, we have like I think people should have fixed income or bond allocation in this market as well. हमने गीतू इस टाइम पे लाइक इन पीएमएस हमने हेजिंग भी किया है, हमने डेरिवेटिव इंस्ट्रूमेंट के साथ वी हैव हेज्ड फॉर एनी करेक्शन. तो
ओके.
थोड़ा टेंशन हैज रिड्यूस्ड ड्यू टू दैट, राइट? Also, another thing we are looking at right now is Geetu, US markets, HK market, right? There are few ETFs you will find in India who follow these markets, right? And you will see that
ओके.
the momentum is actually coming back to China, and there is
राइट.
I think US market too is correcting right now, but there has been a growth market there, right? So we are looking at other geographies if we can get that exposure right. So looking across the board, in fact.
सोनम, Q3 अर्निंग्स मॉडरेशन हमको देखने को मिला, लिटिल बिट ऑफ डिसअपॉइंटमेंट हियर एंड देयर, बट Q4 अर्निंग्स से आपकी क्या उम्मीदें हैं? क्या वो अर्निंग सीजन सहारा बन सकता है हमारे मार्केट्स के लिए?
See, I think that is one big hope that we have. I think, Gitu, recently, I think if you look at some of the recent data, Like GDP growth rate has slightly uptick, PMI data came in positive, right? Small signs of recovery are coming. You can also see that small signs of government capex increasing and all that is happening. There's some positive that are happening in the economy, which if it gives us some uptick in the growth rate in the next earnings season, I think that would be a positive, right? Because valuations are at a bottom, right? Valuations are at a bottom, and if there is a growth in EPS, if there is a growth in sales numbers, that would lead to, I think, foreign capital coming in, right?
Okay.
So I think we have some hopes for the Q4 results, but let's,
Okay.
yeah.
So which are the sectors that you are bullish on right now? I won't say bullish. The sectors जहां आपको लगता है कि एक fast recovery आनी चाहिए.
It's very difficult to say which sector to bet on in this market, Geetu. I think, we initially were focused a lot on consumption side, but
Hmm.
small and mid
It
caps, so
didn't work out.
that didn't work out really well. Small and mid caps, so we
Hmm.
have visited, and so I think major bets that we are taking right now are I think in the pharmaceutical space, healthcare space. Also,
Hmm.
we can see some allocation that's working in electronic goods, capital goods, right? That is a segment that we like. I think
Hmm.
उसमें transformers and stuff like that. Energy also we have picked and which is working well right now.
Hmm.
And then Gitu, I think we are looking at some what I say cash-rich companies that have good ROE and all that right now. I think that will have a attractiveness, right? If everything is very volatile, you would want to
Right.
a company which is more stable, right? So within that theme, we have some good stocks like recently we bought Indigo, right?
Okay.
And
Hmm.
India hotels and stuff like that. I think the good high quality companies that we have allocated.
बिल्कुल सही कहा आपने इस बाजार में क्वालिटी का हमको खासा ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा बाय इन क्वालिटी स्टॉक्स व्हिच हैव businesses that will and thrive in quarters to come ऐसी businesses को खरीदिएगा जिसका फ्यूचर ब्राइट हो जो आपको लगता है कि आने वाले 3 से 4 साल में अच्छा प्रदर्शन करे चलिए अब कुछ सवाल हम सोनम से रैपिड फायर में पूछ लेते हैं सोनम one book that you would suggest women to read and start that will help them start investing
Yes.
themselves.
So I was thinking of getting my sister, who is a dentist, who doesn't know anything, but this is a book called Psychology of Money, right, by Morgan,
Okay.
which is a very beginner friendly. He will tell you how to invest in ETF, what does risk, reward, and everything in the market means. But it's very good
Mhm.
for beginner investors. आपको तो
Okay.
गीत में ही मजा आएगा. You know about the different sectors and all this. But for beginner investors who, for them, I think it's a great book for them to get started. So I would recommend that book.
और अगर बिगिनर्स को इन्वेस्ट करना हो क्या वो म्यूचुअल फंड्स के जरिए जाएं या इक्विटी के जरिए सो म्यूचुअल फंड वर्सेस इक्विटीज व्हाट वुड यू सजेस्ट देम
I think, see, for a beginner investor who has limited time to spend, I would say mutual fund investing would be the easier way to go, right? You have a fund manager managing that portfolio. आपको क्या करना है? You get the asset allocation, right? कहाँ पे कितना इन्वेस्ट करना है? आप अगर वही सही कर लिया, तो I think that should be more than enough. But on the other hand, I would say कि if you want to get really interested into the market, I think equity is the best way to go. You learn a lot about what does investing into stock means. But I think if you have limited time to invest, I think mutual fund is the best way to do it.
वन स्टॉक यू लव द मोस्ट
I don't love any stock. I uh, we are very dependent on the market. I think biggest holding that we have had Geetu, right now is Nippon Asset Management. There is one stock called Maharashtra Scooter that I have held for more years. There's one stock called Bajaj Holding. These are
ओके
some of the longest held stock that we have. But see, quant means ki we are also exiting stocks. So we don't love any stock.
ओके अच्छा एक फाइनेंशियल हैबिट जो एक महिला में होना चाहिए बिफोर गेटिंग इनटू इन्वेस्टिंग एक ऐसा व्हाट इज रियली रिक्वायर्ड टू बी इन द मार्केट्स एंड टू बी सक्सेसफुल इन द मार्केट्स
Yeah, I think financial market gives you so many learning opportunities, right? I think every day, people in a typical job do one thing, right? Or two things. You see, I think hundreds of ideas every day, 100 things to learn. I see maybe 10, 20, right? So I think if you like to learn a lot, if you have an open mind, right? If you like to learn about different, see, we are covering a IT company and a pharma company and a air conditioner company. So if you want to learn about different things, if you have learning mindset, I think that is what is needed to be there in the markets, right?
Yes, because markets are the best teachers. They teach you. ऊपर जाता है तो आपको enthusiasm भी देता है, और जब when there's a sell off you get sad, but then it gives you a learning that you need to balance it out. थोड़ा patience भी रखना पड़ेगा. अपने portfolio में returns देखने हैं तो patience भी चाहिए, और थोड़ा धैर्य भी चाहिए, और क्वालिटी इन्वेस्टिंग भी है जो हम सबको ध्यान रखनी होगी. सो सोनम, आपको खाने में क्या पसंद है?
खाने में I like everything. I really like whatever my mother makes. Yeah.
Okay, one advice that you would give to the new generation, the new women folk who want to build up the career in stock markets.
I would say that believe in yourself and put in your best foot forward. If you are doing something interesting, I think it's a great place to be in the financial markets, and it's a great learning opportunity. So you please be confident and please stick around in the market. It's a great place to be.
सोनम, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आज कार्यक्रम में शामिल होने के लिए. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर योर टाइम, सोनम, एंड विशिंग यू अ वेरी हैप्पी वुमेन्स डे.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for having me.